Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tay or Taylor, whatever you want to call me, and this is Mocha. So I'm so excited for today's video. My first question is, what are you guys sipping on? I am sipping on some coffee and my Minnie Mouse cup because I'm obsessed with Minnie Mouse. Man, that's a good cup of coffee. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. So today's video is talking about relationships, and a little fun part of the video is we're going to be taking this quiz. It's called Nectar, and like you get to take I think it's like a minute quiz about the things you like and dislike. So we're going to take that quiz, and then we're going to get into talking about relationships, my past with relationships, and all that fun stuff. So let's just go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so let's get this quiz started. The first question is, I am open to having flings or casual romantic encounters. Absolutely not. I strongly disagree. I'm not. That's just simple. I'm not. I seek a serious committed relationship. Strongly agree, of course. Strongly agree. I know exactly what I am looking for in a long-term partner. Strongly agree. I am welcome. I am welcome. I am, girl, where's the I am? I welcome the challenges that come with being in a committed relationship. I'm gonna put it on like the 3.1, like close to strongly agree, but the one at 3. I don't feel like you can ever be ready for like a, you know what I mean? Like everything comes with its challenges. Like I welcome them, but like you don't know what's gonna, what the challenges are gonna be. Sometimes you can be a little hesitant, a little avoidant. So I'm gonna put it in the third. Somebody wants to deal with challenges, which we're gonna have to. I am prioritizing myself and enjoying my freedom. Strongly agree to that. So much fun. I'm well equipped to be a good partner. I feel like I am. I feel like I am somewhat of a decent person. I mean, you know what I mean? I can balance my personal goals and ambitions with those of a partner. I guess. I mean, like my personal goals and ambitions aren't really that big. I'm gonna put it in the second one. So it says your relationship readiness is a 7. You want a committed relationship. Yeah, I kind of said that earlier when y'all asked me the question if I wanted a committed relationship. It's simple and you're here to find love, and when you find it, you're all in. In other words, you're serious about getting serious. Yeah, we gonna just end it here. Well, that was fun and interesting, right, Mocha? Anyways, um that was very interesting. A 7 in, I guess, ready for a relationship. Do I want a relationship? Absolutely not. So I guess my results are false because I don't want a relationship right now. I'm not looking for a relationship, anything like that. I actually love being single and just having the time to myself and just really figuring out who I am. But yeah, getting into a relationship and how I feel like we kind of like, I feel like we're kind of out of it now, but we were like back in, I want to say, especially after COVID, I feel like people was like jumping into relationships left and right because like, we were in quarantine, so everybody was like, I need a person. I was having the time of my life in quarantine, y'all. I was over here yippity doo, yippity doo. Like I was just having a fun time. But I know a lot of people do need that. They need that social interaction with people, that physical touch. I used to see videos on like social media, like people used to post of like they haven't had a person physically touch them, a hug, or you know what I mean. It doesn't, just a platonic touch. And I was just like, eesh, because like I have a love-hate relationship with physical touch. Like when I was younger, definitely think that was like my love language. Now it's definitely not. It's probably, I feel like I have to genuinely like you for it to be like my like up there for me, because it's definitely not up there anymore. Mine's quality time. If I spend time with you, I love you. It's just like, yeah, I just like quality time. I definitely think words of affirmation is up there. And because I love not even just like words of affirmation, but when I love when people write me notes and stuff, and like my friends do that and stuff to me, and like they give me notes and stuff. I write love notes to myself, or just random notes to myself, and I go back, and because I have a memory box, and if you don't have a memory box, please get a memory box. I'm begging you to get a memory box. It's so much fun, so exciting. I literally have like, y'all remember I was talking about Chuck E. Cheese in my other video. I literally have the tokens anymore. Y'all remember the tokens at Chuck E. Cheese? They don't have that anymore. And I have a token from Chuck E. Cheese, like, and I put that in my memory box because when I go back and look at it, I'm just like, bro, that's crazy. Like, I have a token from Chuck E. Cheese. They don't even do that anymore, bro. Like, we really getting up there. I think the last time I've been in Chuck E. Cheese, I think they changed the whole, like, decor of the place. Like, it's monitors everywhere. Didn't have monitors. You had just, the band in the front. Chucky, I was afraid of them. And the thing is, y'all, listen, I used to be like, I'm so afraid, but I would go up there anyway and be on stage. They would creep me out, but I would still be up on stage being like, like, just like the same thing. Like, that just reminded me when I went to Haunted Trails to like be afraid of clowns. Now I love clowns. Let me tell y'all, I hid under the picnic bench because I saw the what's-a-face, and then I don't know what got into me. I was like, girl, not you hiding under the table for some clown that's in makeup. And I was like, get your butt up, get up. And I was like, go talk to him. And I did. And we had a pleasant conversation, laughing, kiki with each other. But still, that is called facing your fear. I was afraid of clowns, and now I'm not. And now me and clowns are like this. And then drama start to happen, y'all. Yes, drama. It was a bride. And she was like, he was a terrible husband. I wanted to kill him. I'm like, you wanted to kill him? I was like, oh, he must have really been a bad husband. You know what I mean? He probably wasn't providing. He wasn't giving you the stuff you needed. That was a fun time. Let me take a little nice sip of the coffee. Going back to like relationships and stuff, I don't even want to count this because like it was in middle school. So I don't really even count that as like a relationship for me. It was because it was somebody outside of my family that I said I love you to. But it wasn't like a love where it was just like, it was like an innocent type of love. You guys know what I mean? Like, it was an innocent type of love to the point where it's just like, we're children, we're children, and I find you like funny and cute. But other than that, that was like my only boyfriend. The talking stages with guys and stuff like that, like that has happened to me quite a few times. Like guy friends I used to have, I don't really have that many guy friends anymore because I kind of just cut them out because they made me do that. Either they got a girlfriend and their girlfriend just didn't feel comfortable with them having a girl best friend or whatever. And so, hey, if the girlfriend said she don't want, she don't feel comfortable, I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, I'm not even going to like put up a fight or like, it's not like that, bro. I don't like you. Like, I don't like you, bro. Come on now. And most of the other guys friends that I had, they ended up telling me they like me. And I'm just like, bro, date Sally, bro. Sally been having a crush on you since the 3rd grade. Like, hello? Like, I don't know if anybody else could be a testament to this. I feel like I know I do it because I'm the one doing it. I'm like with girls, I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, my girly. With guys, I'm kind of more standoffish, more reserved, more like, oh, for real? Like, not trying to be dry. Like, I'll smile, I'll laugh. We all having a good time. I just be here, bro. Just living life, bro. Like, but like at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know you like that. Like, you can switch up on me in 2 seconds. I'm not saying girls don't do that too. I ain't saying girls, because they will. But I'm saying, like, it's just more entertaining. We could be like, oh, I love your makeup, or I love your hair, or I love your outfit, or your what's-the-face. And I compliment the guys. I see where they have a haircut. I'm like, oh, you look good. You look good. I just want to let you know. Like, I will compliment you down, okay? I love giving out a good compliment. But I'm just saying, like, guys take it to an extreme. They're like, oh, she said she liked my hair. She like me, bro. No. I'm just being nice, sweet, and kind, and that's it. And I'm like, bye-bye. I keep going about my life just like you should be keep going about what, everyone? Yours. So, But that was really that, like, I just felt so bad because it's just like I don't really like y'all like that, like. And then like some of them gave me ultimatums where like, if we can't be together, then I can be your friend because I like you. And I'm just like, okay, well then we can't be friends anymore then, because I'm not about to. I don't like you that way. Literally, I see you as a brother, and I appreciate this one guy. He was literally like my brother for real. And how it first started out, it was he liked me, and then after that, it went into, I told him, I was like, yeah, I don't like you like that. I was like, I really see you as a brother, like for real. You like really, because like we always was cool with one another, like we were locked in, bro. And then he told me he liked me, and now that one I understood. Like I said, we were locked in, but I still didn't see him in that way. And he was like, no, it's cool. He was like, I just want to let you know, but he was like, I don't want to like ruin our friendship, because like I really do care about you. And we were like two peas in a pod, and I appreciate him still to this day. I don't know where he's at in life. Unfortunately, we got out of touch, but like he was a really cool friend, and I hope he's doing good in life. My only relationship was technically in middle school, but I don't count that because it was such an innocent type of love. But since then, I have not been in a relationship, been in a lot of talking stages, unfortunately, been in so many talking stages, but never anything else than that. I'm kind of happy about that, because I really found out what I want and what I like. And I know a lot of people who like say, oh, if you've never been in a relationship, that's a red flag. Baby, how about you stop looking over here and you look within yourself? Because y'all who've been in too many relationships, that's kind of a red flag, because baby, you don't know what you want. And you can't settle down if you hop into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello? Y'all over here pointing fingers at the people who didn't have a relationship, never had a relationship before. And y'all like, oh yeah, you a red flag. Nobody like you. Baby, you a red flag because you don't know what you like. You need to start just being single so you can find out what you like. So then you can settle down, or you can stay with that one person. Unless you don't like being tied down with one person and you like hopping from the next to the next, hey, you do you, boo. But if you are a person who's still trying to find the one, baby, I think you need to find yourself before you find the one, because the one ain't coming if you ain't finding yourself first, babe. So let's do some re-examination. Let's do some, self-reflection first. Because people quickly will say, oh yeah, people do. I'm not trying to give stank face, but like, stank face, okay? But from that, like, I have friends who tell me like, oh, like, Tay, this guy said he likes you or whatever. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. That's so fun. Thank you. Love that. But at the same time, I'm just like, I just never genuinely like somebody. And y'all probably just like, okay, what about the guy you said you dated? I did like him, but not like, I don't count it because it was such an innocent type of like, it wasn't even first love, because he isn't my first love. I just loved him in a way of like, I care for you. It wasn't in a sense of like, oh, I can see the rest of see us spending the rest of our lives with each other. No, not that. And mind you, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like 12. So I'm like, oh, I just care for you. Like, I like you. You're attractive to me. You're kind to me. You do, like, he was actually a really good boyfriend, like, for real. Like, thinking about that, I was like, he was very attentive. Like, I love that for him. Anyways, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny to me, because I'm just like, I never really genuinely liked someone, and I never had I never fell in love with anybody. So it's just really funny to me how like so comfortable with being by myself. And like my friends, when y'all watch this, please don't. I'm sorry for saying this. I just genuinely don't see myself like liking someone or like actually falling for someone. I just don't see it for myself. And like they tell me not to say that. Like when we have like our late night talks and stuff, they were like, oh, Taylor, this is like who we envision you dating. They have their expectations for me are very high, and I love that for them. I love that they care about me so much. I love them so much. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are. And I have never genuinely liked someone, and like I found people attractive, like they know, because there was this guy that worked at a grocery store, and I was like, I just said it because I will say somebody's cute in a minute. Trust me, I don't hold back. Like I said, that's why I give out compliments, because I don't hold back. If you smell good, if you got something like cute on, I'ma say it. So I'm just like, I will tell you if you're cute or not. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But that's this thing about me. Okay. Also listen to me, guys. Hear me out. Okay. I be forgetting that I'm human sometimes. This is the way my brain works. I can't explain it to y'all. It's just the way my brain works. I be forgetting that I'm human, and like I'm also a woman as well. And I forget that like I have to, like I'm a product in this world. Like I have to conduct, like I know that, but at the same time I forget. So then like when I be talking to people, I'm like, we're both perceiving what's going on differently. Like we're like, it's just, it always happens. And so like I be laughing and I be smiling because I'm just like, we're perceiving something together, but in a different aspect, because you have your own personality in the way you think about things and your outlook towards life, and I have mine. And it's just such a like, we're human. It's like such a like, we are human, and like we are made up, and like we have all these qualities and quirks about ourselves, and we, you know, experience each other. And I think that's such a beautiful thing, but at the same time so crazy and so mind-boggling that it makes me laugh, because like that's where my brain goes when I have like conversations with people, or I find somebody like, or like if someone finds me attractive or whatever it is, I'm like, that is crazy, bro. Like what? Like that's where my mind goes, and I'm just like, that is just one of the most weirdest, craziest things that could ever be. So it's just so funny to me that like that's where my mind goes. It's like, if you guys relate to that, like then we really on the same wavelength. If like y'all like think about that sometimes, we really locked in together, because it's just like, it's so funny that that's where my brain goes sometimes. And it's like, oh my gosh, like we really just be here. That's why that's why I tell people, I'm like, I really just be here, bro. Cause I'm living life, and I'm experiencing this world, and I'm, you know, just trying to figure out what it is I have to do, and, you know, survive and meet people along the way, create these connections, laugh, live in the moment, document it if I can. And you know what I mean? So it's just so many moments, and it makes me appreciate life and being alive. You know, I have a really hard, like my thing is I'm so good face to face. Like comes to like the device now that's on that hand, that's a little difficult. It's hard for me to communicate, because back then for me, I was always the person to reach out to people, but nobody reached back out to me. So now like I'm trying to break that cycle that I have. I reached out to people for so many years of my childhood. I'm like, I'm not reaching out to people anymore. I'm tired of that. I'm always a person saying, hey, how are you? How's life going? Let's catch up. I was always a person doing that. Let's hang out. I was always a person doing that. Always. And nobody would ever like reciprocate it. And you know, I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I'm done. And that's why I feel like it's really hard for me to connect on my phone. But when I'm in person with you, we vibing, we coolin', we chilling. I don't have the mental capacity for it anymore, and I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to break that, because it's people that I really do care about, and we can't see each other face to face. So I'm like, Taylor, you have to reach out again. It's a hard one to get out of. It really is. And that's what I tell people when I first meet people. I tell you how it is up front. It may be, if it's too much for you, then I'm so sorry. But I literally tell people up front, I'm like, this is me. This is what I'm about. Like I give you like the whole rundown of me. I'm like this. Like, so like when we get further into like a friendship or a relationship, I'm just like, babes, I already told you that in the beginning. You either like it or you don't. I do come from divorced parents. I still do believe in marriage, and I still believe that's literally because I've had examples in my life where the marriage is strong and they've been married for years. Shout out to my granny and papa. Love y'all. Shout out to my auntie Toy, Uncle Dennis. Love you guys. Okay. All are some great examples of, you know, going through marriage, the trials and tribulations of it, the glorious moments of it, because y'all keep God the center. That's another thing. Make sure you keep God the center of your relationships and friendships, okay? When God is centered in it, it flourishes. Still do believe in marriage. I still believe in like you can find a person that God has sent for you, but I just genuinely just don't feel like I will find a person, because I just never felt like I genuinely even like a person to the point in a romantic aspect. Platonic, yes. I feel like I've met so many people platonically that I'm just like, I could see us being friends forever. Like, you know what I mean? But like when it comes to romantic, no, because the first and foremost, I'm looking for one specific thing. I'm not going to say that thing, because I've heard before from other women, never tell a man what you want, because then they will manipulate and shape themselves to be the things that you want, so then they can manipulate you and da 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 da. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not going to say what it is, because, you know, But and it's a big factor because like relationships, not even relationships, from romantic to platonic, it's so much time and effort. And you also are thinking about someone else's psyche, because you need to reach out to friends and you need to tell them like, hey, how are you? And making sure that you are still there, because one-sided friendships are never fun. Friendships, relationships, are just, any like romantic platonic stuff is just really difficult. Like, it's just so much of your psyche, because you care for this person and you want to make sure that you can be there for them. That's why I said I don't think I'm like ready, because I'm not gonna say I don't think I'm ready. The nectar test that it says you're ready for a committed relationship. So, but do I personally feel ready? No. Even from like examples around me and stuff, like I see so many people who are in relationships and stuff, and just how much it used, like from my friends being in these relationships, and how they confided in me about their relationships, and I'm just like, that's that mental state that you're in, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. Like I'm not even in a relationship. I'm just, a bystander, and I'm over here going insane. I'm like, what I'm going insane. How are y'all mentally okay? Because like, oh my goodness. And then I can see how you can be so codependent on this person, because so many people lose themselves in relationships. And that's why I feel like you should be single for some part of your life. I'm not saying you need to be single all the time, but you need to be single for some part of your life, just to understand who you are as a person, to develop yourself. Because like, if you're in and I'm not saying you can't develop yourself in a relationship. I know some people have been in a relationship for so long, but I feel like being single also is such a great thing, because it just helps you learn yourself. It helps you to learn what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. It's just so many things that it helps you be clear on. And like, I feel like we are in a generation where people hop into relationships because it's a safe space. And we all know what your safe space should be, y'all. The Lord. But I'm just saying, it's just like it really takes a minute to really understand who you are as a person. And with that comes time, and it comes with you figuring out who you are. And and the thing is, I feel like I still discover so much about myself every day. Like, yeah, I just, because you're like learning yourself, and you're learning to love yourself through the ins and outs, learning relationships, learning no matter if that's platonic or romantic, and just having that understanding of just like what you want out of it, and everything like that. Because like, even through all those talking stages I've been through with guys, and like the amount of times that I did like have a crush on someone, it was something where I learned, I'm like, okay, I like this and I don't like. Because you had my boy next door, I hope he's doing good. We're the neighborhood kids, because we all kind of grew up together, and I had a humongous crush on him. The proximity. Listen, that's probably why when I do read romance books, I love a friends to lovers. Love a friends to lovers. Love a close proximity. Yes, I ease that up. Give me that close proximity. Okay, I love a friends to lovers, close proximity. Those eat down. One of my favorite like romance book tropes. They will eat down. I would recommend. And you know what's so funny? Romance is not my favorite genre. Y'all know what it is? Horror, thrillers, suspense. Yes. I literally read this book called Fantastic Land, and I gave that book 5 stars. It's one of my favorite reads, and it's like conducted interviews of everybody who was in this playland called Fantastic Land. It was so gory. It was so good, and I ate that up. Okay, I was not expecting it to be that good. It's called Fantastic Land by Mike Bokoven. Ever read this book? And I think his name was Jason. His was the most scariest to me, because he was I'm gonna give a little spoiler. He was at a hotel, and like there were some people also inside the hotel. It was giving oh yes, Jason, y'all. Jason. I literally put hearts. Jason's story was actually the most creepiest to me. To continue, because I feel like I got a little bit off topic, but this one broke Lil Tay's heart. It was one guy. He was like the popular kid in school. First ever experience with colorism. With like someone that I had a crush on. He was a light skin, by the way. The reason I say this is because it's the colorism story, and it's the first time like I personally firsthand experienced it. He had a track record for dating light skins, other light skinned girls, or like brown skinned girls that were a lighter tone. And because we black, we come in all shades. His mom is a dark-skinned woman. She was so beautiful. And I was just realizing, like, he was treating me a certain type of way, and I didn't like the way it felt. The only thing I remember vividly was after that whole ordeal happened, a couple of, I want to say like 4 days later, he was in a relationship with a light-skinned girl. And I was like, yeah. So you proved me right. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, that was like my first time like experiencing like colorism with like a guy that I had a crush on when I was younger. When I was in college and stuff, I was like, there were some people, like there was some very attractive people in college. I was like, oh, you guys are so like handsome and what's the face. And then, you know what came in the back of my mind? Would y'all even date a black girl? Like, would y'all even date me because I'm black, bro? Like, the fact that had to pop into my head, that sounds so sad. That, because I just see you as a beautiful human being. Then I'm like, oh, you're attractive. But you can't see that because of me being black. Okay. And I hate that popped into my head, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I hate that thought popped into my head because I shouldn't have to think about that if I liked a person or even if the person liked me, bro. I shouldn't have to think about that. So, yeah. I hate anyways. Not saying that's one of the reasons why I feel like I could never genuinely like someone, but I feel like it fosters into, why I feel like I just can never just genuinely like someone because I'm just like in a romantic way because I'm just like, I just don't see it for myself. I love being alone. Like, I really do. I love just being alone and being by myself. And I'm not saying like like I said, I'm not against relationships. I'm not against like, even if in like, hey, I may be eating my words. I may end up with someone and I'm just like, well, y'all, I say what, who was it? Was it Paul? Paul was like, if you can be single, stay single. I was like, okay, Paul. I got you, Paul. I got you, Paul. He was like, those are my words to you. Like, and listen, Paul, I understand. I understand. Relationships are such a lovely thing, no matter if they're platonic or romantic. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Definitely come back for another one because I'ma be back. I'ma be back with another jam, with another session. We gonna just be yapping, doing everything. Yeah. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had such a fun time just talking and yapping with y'all. And I'll see y'all beautiful peoples in the next video. Bye.